Oh my gosh, guys, this is a part 2. Some of you may be just seeing this part 2, okay? Let's talk about what we have here. We have a TRX4 dropped into the Desert Coyote chassis. We did a part 1. If you haven't seen it, that's going to give you a little more details on what's happening. I will add that video to the end of this video. What's up, RC Hobbyist? Welcome in to another episode of Hobby Drop. My name is Zach, and today we got a little bonus footage. So this is going to be a lot less official. We're just going to come out here, have a good time, and for the purpose of not... Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Can you see that? That rod end is hitting on the chassis rail, which is making it so the truck doesn't want to steer. Very interesting. But yeah, so at the risk of not making like a really long run video, we just are going to create a separate video here, and we're going to run some V-notches because this rig just, I don't know that we have enough servo to run these notches. Bummer. So for whatever reason, the rig, the servo, whatever, didn't have enough oomph to survive that kind of V-notch. So we're gonna go over here, and there are a couple other little notches that we're gonna run, this being one of them. But dude, this truck just destroys V-notches. But we dropped the Red Cat Ascent servo into here, and I just don't think with the weight of the wheels and tires, it just couldn't muster it. But man, look at this, dude. Like nothing. That's one thing, you can't count out a V-notch. Like I tried to steer out of it too early. You gotta follow them. Now we can turn out. I did struggle with these axles and this receiver. I did struggle setting endpoints, so I definitely don't have the steering that I should. But where this was a quick 2-day drive, I didn't take the time to dial that in. Make it more complicated than it needs to be. Nice. So this little trail that I'm taking right now is actually not, I've never named it. Ooh, I didn't know if that was doable. But dang, that's a pretty big ledge, man. This is such an interesting combination. Like, this truck feels totally different. But I don't know why, you know? And it gets the lines done. Here's a good example of that chassis. getting us the breakover we need, but now we're ledged up. There we go. I'd love it if you guys would drop me some comments about your thoughts between heavy wheels and tires and how that affects a servo, if it's any different than just having a heavy rig in general, as well as just some people say it's terrible because of rotating mass, this and that. And maybe that's less an issue of like the motor struggling and more the servo that struggles with that. Let me know. A lot of you know better than me. Okay, we're going to try and give this a bump, which is scary because I don't want it to tumble. But I think this thing stays pretty planted. Okay, so that would have taken a dangerous tumble. Let's try this again. Nice, dude, this stays so planted. I love that. A lot of my rigs will, they get too light on the nose or something. We're bouncing, let's do another bump. Oh. All right, that actually wasn't too bad. Let's try, we're just gonna commit, we're gonna bump all the way up. So just about a car and a half length of bump. Let's see what we can do. Nice, much better. Okay, now we're gonna get into some real technical stuff here. Make a turn. All right, this is a fun obstacle. These portals are gonna help us out here. The steering may hinder things. The lack, you know, just that servo. So let's see, you know, obviously this is something. Oh, that was a close one. We about rolled. See, right here, very little steering, but I'm maxed out. Let me try adjusting something. Yeah, so when I adjust my steering rate, it doesn't give it any more beans, which means the servo's just, it's tired with the load. Oh, okay. We're getting rotated around, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Oh, we had it. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I actually don't want to be straddling this right here. Let's reset. All right, let's try this again. See if we can't utilize the benefits of these portals with the 10-degree skid on this chassis. Oh my gosh, guys, this is a part 2. Some of you may be just seeing this part 2, okay? Let's talk about what we have here. We have a TRX4 dropped into the Desert Coyote chassis. Maybe it's just called Coyote. I've been calling it a Desert Coyote this whole time. My buddy over there at Desert RC is the designer and well, I guess he doesn't manufacture, but he is the designer, the creator, the distributor of this chassis. So go check him out. But we did a part 1. If you haven't seen it, that's going to give you a little more details on what's happening. I will add that video to the end of this video, so you can just click straight over from here and go and watch that. So what we're just showing off here is how much capability you can get from the TRX4 by dropping it into this chassis. So that's kind of the purpose of this, just for fun, because I am going to be doing this same thing, but with my Red Cat Ascent. I'm gonna put the Red Cat Ascent. Man, I need my rears to get up before they just pivot around that whole notch. Let's see if we can make that happen. Oh yeah, so I'm going to drop my ascent into... it gets bellied out. This servo does not like this setup though. I'm going to be interested. Oh no, I've already moved. So right now my ascent servo is acting as the rear servo for my poised four-wheel steer chassis. Ooh, okay, here we go. Sorry, terrible angle. Okay, you can see we've got the skid up. Nice, nice. That's why I love this baby, that clearance. A flat skid would not have yielded the same results. So that is exactly what we needed here. Okay, and we are in trouble. So what I need here is I need the rear to pull around, and that is just not happening. Let's see if we can ride this out. Dang. We need to get that driver's or passenger side tire up on that ledge. So let's see, we'll get it right here, okay? Oh, but the body shifts us over too far. So even if we could get that rear tire to drop, ooh, like that, okay. I think that, no, it's on the ledge down here. This rig's staying nice and planted. Ooh, this is looking promising. Nope. Same scenario. We're gonna get this, you guys. We're gonna get it. Wiggle. Okay, that's what we wanted. Now before we fall off, we need to get that front tire back up. There we go. We're diffed out on the rear. Okay, but we're in a good spot, you guys. I think this is going to be the last backup. Nope, one more. Dang it, you guys, that sucks. And hobby drop fashion, man. I got to start the whole line over until the lunch bell rings. You guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, come join us. We're having fun. We're doing hard lines. We got to reset. Guys, we're going to play till the whistle. When this whistle blows, my alarm's going to go off. It's going to stop the video, and that is where this video is going to stop. So no outro to this. We're just going to go straight crawling, straight business until we can't crawl anymore. But we know that's not going to work. I got to get that frickin' tire. Don't you hate that? You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know what needs to happen. But getting your rig to do it. There we go. Maybe. Nice. Yep. Okay. So that's what we needed. Without that rear steer, we're going to take a lot of backups here. This servo, we are putting a beating on it. Okay, we know we got to wiggle the servo. We learned this together to get that rear tire to drop off the ledge. There we go, okay. Dang it. But now when it climbs that ledge, it's going to push us where we don't want to be unless it can get the hook. Here's the thing, man. I think these soft little pins in the summertime, these rocks are hot. And I think it just forces those pins to just flatten out and not be as helpful. So here's where I think the G8 tires that I've been complaining about on the channel, I think the summertime I'm going to be thanking those G8s. Alright, we got to get both rear or front tires up on this ledge. So we're just working the steering, working the steering, working the servo to get up there. Now that we're this far, we're going to take the back up, drop that rear tire off. Now before we lose the rear, we got to start working the front end again. Because we almost have to go a direct 90 from where we're at, but these ledges don't want us to do that. I don't know if this has overdrive. I don't think it does. Maybe that's why it's so well planted all the time. Ah. Summertime, it's hard to see my phone screen because it just gets... Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's not blow it this time. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you son of a gun. We lost it, you guys. Bummer, you guys. I think we're gonna have to call it a day on that obstacle. But let's go have a little more fun, see what else we can hit. We got a V-notch here. It's gonna be chump change for this rig. Oh yeah, nothing.